play you made by the pylon today, the one where you went.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that play, what you saw, and the pass. Obviously, that was about as good as it gets to get over the DB, right? Talk about that whole play and what you saw.
Wait, which? I don't think that was me, was it?
By the pylon going out from Dalton. That wasn't you. Caught one up here.
Oh, like it was on the sideline?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was me. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was probably the 5-yard line.
I got you. Okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Lucas's. I was like, I don't think that was me.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just clear. I'm just really expanding the flat on that play. Yeah. I mean, the guy tried to undercut it, and he put it over top. I mean, Andy's ball placement has been terrific all camp, and I mean, he knows you just get a good feel for it when he's in the huddle and conceptually and everything like that. But yeah, I just did what I was supposed to do, and I just went up and caught it. So.
Do you feel more comfortable sort of making plays, and even in ad-lib situations, like the difference in year 2 from year 1 is huge?
Yeah, for sure. I just feel more confident. It's just a mindset thing. I've always had an aggressive mindset in the run game, and it's funny actually. I learned it at tight end U when Kelsey was talking about it. And he's like, you got to transfer that same mindset in the run game to the pass game. Like this is my ball, as opposed to just like, hey, I'm just going to blow you off the ball in the run game. Now it's like, this is my ball, attack it. And I think I've been doing a really good job of that all camp, and I think that's a huge difference from last year. You want those 50-50 balls, which I struggled with last year, to turn into 80-20, 75-25, whatever it may be. So, yeah, I feel a lot more confident in doing so.
Adam, has it been beneficial for you to get a little bit closer look at a different type of front?
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of teams play that. You got these big, oaky linebackers setting the edge. Preston Smith and Rashawn Gary, very, very good players. And yeah, it's good just scheme-wise. You see different. You just get different combinations, different blocks, and it's cool too when we go out there and it's like, hey, we can figure the scheme out on the fly. Like we haven't game planned these guys like a normal week. Where you walk out there and it's like, hey, I know exactly everything that's going on. So it's kind of new to a lot of guys, but we picked it up really fast. And yeah, it's great to go against new scheme.
Dominant like Thomas, which I guess you've never been, his teammate for that.
Yeah.
What's it been like kind of watching him?
Yeah, I said this last year, like just talking with guys, whatever. But like when you put a guy like that on the field, it takes 2 sets of eyes off of everyone. Like it takes 2 sets of eyes out of the defense because they got to key on him, because he's such a physical route runner, and he just knows how to get open. He's been doing it for a very long time now. And that just opens up everything else for everyone. Like you can't play certain coverages against us anymore. Certain things teams were doing to us last year, you're not gonna be able to do that this year because Mike's so damn good, but like there's also other guys on our offense now. We got a lot of playmakers, so he's looked terrific and he's been playing really well.
You got drafted, and this is like your first joint practice.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Is this as beneficial or more potentially than preseason games? Do you see the worth in it now?
I'd say it's as been. I mean, it all depends on how much you're playing in the preseason game. Like how many series. But I do like this. I think probably more because you get to go against their ones, like their starters in the preseason game. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna play their starters or whatever. But yeah, I love it personally. It's just. I mean, it gets old, right? Hitting the same people every single day, hitting Cam every day, and all those guys. So it's a good switch up.
When you talk about like just Mike being out there, just kind of changing the geography.
Yeah.
Is that something that you just like understand conceptually? Or can you like actually experience it when you're out there in practice?
Yeah, I mean, I think not necessarily to the full extent yet because we're not in a game plan situation yet. But I'll tell you what, when we come out in 11 personnel this year, you're not gonna be able to put 8 in the box like they were last year and just like daring you to throw it and run. Like, good luck with that, honestly. You can't do that this year. So I think you'll see it more once we get into week 1.
Yeah, and that's for AK.
Yeah, like AK got a bunch of doubles last year. Defensive ends weren't even worried about rushing; they just wanted to hit him when he was coming out of the backfield. So, yeah, it changes everything for him as well.
How have you seen Ron Johnson develop into the tight end role?
He's been doing a great job. He's awesome to play with. He loves the game. He studies hard. I mean, he probably added 10 pounds this offseason, I'd say. And for him, really, like, he's always a terrific athlete, like, great playmaker in the pass game. But I think his biggest strides have been in the run game and just being like, hey, we can put you in these positions and we can trust you to block. You know, like, it's hard to game plan that as a defense tendency wise. You know, we get very specific in roles sometimes, and when you have guys that you can do all of it, it gets very hard for defenses to tendency you. So, I think that will he'll be a huge part of our offense as well.
Did he ask you a lot of questions when he was figuring out the role?
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because like that was kind of like last year with him, and now it's kind of like you help Taysom a little bit with some of that stuff now too. Obviously, it's more so run game stuff than pass game stuff because Taysom knows exactly where you're supposed to be, this and that type of thing. But yeah, me and Joanna have a really good relationship, and you know, anything he needs, I always answer, and you know, for him, and same vice versa, the other way around. So.
Speaking about Juwan yesterday, he was talking about facing up and blocking this Packers D line. They were. Any comments about that?
Yeah, no, I mean, they're the big thing about them is, I mean, we personally, like, so our defensive line is unbelievable, and I think we probably have the best run defense in the NFL, and that's because we can play with 6 in the box and stop the run. But yeah, it's a different type of defensive end, right? Like Cam's a little different than them. These guys just, you know, they just sit on the edge and their arms are touching the ground when they're standing up, and it's like, oh my God. So, but yeah, they're very, very good players. And when we watched film yesterday, and when we watch it today, we'll see them and we'll be like, damn, like those guys are pretty good. So, yeah, very talented. Good.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
And a cheese cart on the way out.
Oh, they're